All right.
So let's get it going.
Okay. On March 4th, 2020, Governor Newsom proclaimed a state of emergency in California as a result of the threat of COVID-19. On September 16th, 2021, Governor Newsom signed Assembly Bill 361, which was effective immediately and amends Government Code Section 54953 to allow a local legislative body to hold public meetings via teleconferencing and to make public meetings accessible telephonically or otherwise electronically to all members of the public seeking to observe and to address the local legislative body. Pursuant to AB 361, please be advised that the members of the Education Commission may participate in meetings telephonically. The public may view the meeting and participate in public remotely. And you can call the meeting.
Call the meeting to order at 5:03. Has the agenda been posted in accordance with state law?
Agenda has been posted according to state law.
Great. Let's go ahead and begin with roll call.
Chairperson Miguel Flores,
Present.
Vice Chair Cristina Paulo,
Present.
Commissioner Francis de Leon Sanchez,
Present.
Commissioner Jonathan Herrera,
I'm present.
Commissioner Oscar Boado Jr.
Good afternoon, everybody. Let's go ahead and begin with the approval of the minutes from May 12th, 2022. It seems that we have had some time to go ahead and look at those minutes. Can I get a motion to pass minutes?
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Excellent. Can I get a second?
I second that.
Daisy, who'd you get on that? So we got approval by Commissioner Francis de Leon, second by Commissioner Jonathan Herrera. So before we begin to our discussion items, one, thank you everybody for being here remotely. I know for some of us we're in kind of summer mode, so a lot of action, a lot of activities. So we'll start off with our Parks and Rec and community update.
Hi, everyone. So for our department update, I do want to let you know that we received a Kaboom grant, which is pretty exciting. Originally, the new playground was going to be built at Darwell Park, but it was relocated to the Neighborhood Youth Center, which will allow for more people to take advantage of the new playground. And also the Neighborhood Youth Center, it was in need of a new updated playground. We are having a design day next Wednesday, and you're all invited to join us. The first portion of the design day will be a children's activity, and the second portion of the design day is for the adults. And that will be on Wednesday, July 20th. It starts at 5 p.m. The children's workshop starts at 5, and the adult workshop begins at 6 p.m. And of course, you're all invited to join us. The other update is that we're in our 4th week of summer camp. We have about 50 campers, and we have our campers divided into 2 age groups: the kids camp, which is the little ones, and the youth camp, which is the older campers. And on Fridays, they're having field trips, and the little ones are having mini special events at the park. And so we're looking forward to next week. Our numbers have been increasing as the summer progresses, so that's pretty exciting. Our summer nights have been going very well. Every Thursday we have either a movie or a concert at Bell Gardens Park. And tonight we're showing School of Rock. Our first movie, Encanto, was very well attended, and we've had 2 concerts so far. We had Sonora Dinamita open up our summer night series, and last week we had Corazón de Maná, which is a Maná tribute band. And that was a pretty fun night as well. And we are having a food drive this Saturday at Bell Gardens Veterans Park. In case anybody's interested or you want to spread the word, that's this Saturday morning. And that's all I have for our update.
Excellent. Thank you, Anna, for that update. Anybody have any questions for Anna regarding the Parks and Rec update?
None for me.
No? Okay, let's go ahead and move on. So there's a couple things that have been going on. Let's go ahead and start with our Cesar Chavez art and essay contest update, and how that processed all the way out, so we are all kind of aware of it.
Yes, so all of you came in and judged the artwork. We compiled the scores and averaged the scores. We also gave honorable mention awards to some of the artwork that had received a few votes or a few points. And we ended up giving them visas to simplify the process because most children can't cash a check. And Daisy took care of that as they picked up their visas. She took a photo of them, so we'll be able to publish that. I think there were 2 children that we were waiting on. And that's because some of them submitted their artwork through their teacher, and we had to do a little bit of detective work to get a hold of them. So the recommendation for next year is that each entry be submitted along with an application. This way, it doesn't matter if they submit it on their own or via the school. We'll have contact information for each of the students, because it was a little difficult to get in touch with some of the winners. But just as soon as we get those last 2 in, we'll be able to share their photos and announce the winners. But it was successful overall. There was a lot of participation, as you all know, in the essays. It was good to see the involvement. So I would love to see the program return for next year. Like I said, just with the recommendation of including an application with each entry. It could be a simple application with their contact information.
Great, excellent. Thank you so much, Anna. Any follow-up or comments regarding the Cesar Chavez art and essay contest? Vice Chair?
None for me. Thank you.
Commissioner De Leon?
I just want to thank the teachers, that did participate and had their classes do the art contest and the essay contest. It was good to see some of the communities get involved, especially at our local schools. So I hope that we're able to do that again in the future and recognize those teachers as well.
Excellent. Commissioner Boado?
I just really enjoy actually going in and judging and looking over all the artwork. I was really impressed. So yeah, kudos to everybody that actually applied.
Excellent. Commissioner Herrera, any comments?
No comment.
Perfect. Thank you, everybody. I know that took some little work based off of a big work on Parks and Rec spot, but also on our end coming through and judging, and I think it was great. I'm sure we foresee that it'll be a little bit bigger next year, and Anna, we'll take that recommendation. I think that ad hoc committee for that contest should just kind of keep those notes so we can kind of keep that running year round. That way when I think January, February hits, we can get it going a little bit faster now that we know what kind of programs we want to run with.
Right.
Perfect. Speaking, of course, of contests and essays, we want to go ahead and look at our senior scholarship essay contest and how we're all doing with it. The ad hoc committee, do we have any updates? No, I think we're good. Does everybody receive their packets? I know some commissioners are still going to be getting them. Commissioner Boado?
I do have a question regarding, I did get the packet,
Yeah.
but I noticed something we did discuss is not on here on the evaluation guide. The 3 points for whoever did volunteer service in the actual city. I don't see that on there.
On the guide. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you clarify a little bit as to what you're referring to? I have the evaluation guide in front of me.
So
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
go ahead, Anna. Go ahead, Anna. Sorry.
We had discussed giving them 3 extra points like we did last year for the high GPA. We had discussed giving everyone 3 extra points for their volunteer work. But it's not on the evaluation guide. So you can go ahead and include that manually.
Okay, and the 3 points, once again, that's volunteer work for the city of Bell Gardens. For,
Oh, okay.
because I know we noticed last year there was a lot of volunteer work being done, but outside of Bell Gardens. So if they did any volunteer service here in Bell Gardens, you should definitely be getting 3 points additional.
Okay, can all of you make that note that you can add that manually?
So just to clarify, we'll add it in the range of points section,
Yes,
right? And so it'll be possible, almost like extra credit, so to speak. So
Right.
it'll still be out of 100, but you get a +3.
a +3. Mhm.
Correct, and so it's +3 for that, and then the same as last year, 3 points for GPA or above. I forgot what the range was. Was it 3.5, I think, or 3.2?
I think
I'll
it's
have it in front of me.
3.5.
Sorry.
Mhm. I don't have it in front of me either, but it is 3.5.
Okay, so we didn't write that down either. So to clarify, extra GPA points if the student has above a 3.5. And then also extra 3 points if the student committed or actually did volunteer work within the city of Bell Gardens.
Correct.
So I had a clarifying question because there are some students that may not have volunteered, but like participated in programming. Are those things mutually exclusive? Or do you want to bulk them all together? So for instance, they did like maybe a Folklorico dance, or they participated in the Miss Bell Gardens, right? So that's a program concept. Are we including that as part of the 3 points?
I know that's a good question for all of us to actually discuss right now since we're having that. For me, it should be volunteer based.
I was gonna agree with Oscar. It should be volunteer based. That's more an involvement within the city, right? As far as like program wise, but giving of yourself and service is a little bit different than being involved in a program. So I would say the 3 points for them volunteering their time.
Okay, anybody else disagree or have any other opinions? Can we go with that? Okay, so let's go ahead and continue that the volunteer program involvement does not include in regards to volunteer. So volunteer something separate and be a +3. Good. Any follow-up questions? Okay, I do have one clarifying question. That's on honorable mention. How many honorable mentions are we going to award?
We will award 1 honorable mention. I know that last year we gave several, but the direction was given to give first, second, third, and 1 honorable mention.
Okay, we have our work cut out for us. One more time, when is this? Yeah, there's some great essays. Great essays.
I agree.
Yeah, and
That's good to know. That's really good to know. Just submit your scores and then, I can revisit that and see if we can do some more, but that's what we advertised. And so the direction was given to stick with that. But if there are a lot of excellent essays, then we can discuss that afterwards.
I'm sure once we get them all together, we could look at how close the scores are.
Right.
Okay, I'm okay with that. And then you want these back once again, Anna, since we're all here.
I asked for Monday just to give you a whole week, but if you need more time, please take the time you need. I know you mentioned that you're going to return yours tomorrow, but if you need more time, just let us know. And then once we get all of your scores, we'll work on compiling the average.
Okay, and working backwards a little bit, we want to hopefully announce this and notify the winners around mid-August. Is that the idea?
Yes.
Okay.
Hopefully sooner. Mhm.
Yeah, I was gonna say hopefully sooner. A lot of them are going
Right. They start school mid-August.
correct. So maybe if we get that out sooner. Great.
So just to confirm, so we should have a deadline for Monday, but obviously if a few individuals don't turn them in, then we could extend that.
Right. If you just let me know if you need more
Okay.
time. Yeah. I don't want you to rush through them just to meet that Monday deadline.
Okay.
I gave you a deadline just so that we're all on the same page. But if you need more time to read through them thoroughly, that's okay with us.
Yeah, they're gonna be tough to grade, but remember it's all 5 of ours collectively. So don't feel that much pressure. Right? Because we're all collectively going to decide on the 4 winners for this essay contest. All right.
I agree with that statement. I started to read some, and yeah, they're actually really good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I didn't read through them.
Yeah, they're very good. And thank you, by the way, for getting the packets ready and putting it all together, because it's
Yeah, Daisy and our office staff did all of that.
it's excellent. Excellent when we put together. Thank you for the ad hoc committee for putting the rubric together and the evaluation guide. It's very, very handy right now.
And also to add to that, the brag sheet, I see it in there. First, I was like, where is it at? But it's attached to the actual essay. So thank you for that.
I hope that helps. Yeah,
I think we're learning a lot as we go along.
right.
Okay, any final discussion points before we move on to the next item? No. Okay, so our discussion point number 5 is health fair and CERT training update. We've talked about this a couple of times, and I just want to see that, I think in my head, and just to manage what we have going on, the idea was to try to do something towards the fall, either in October, November, and that's been the discussion point. I want to see how far we were on that and what responsibilities we're kind of moving towards that. And want to take the lead with that?
I have been emailing with the rep from the fire department. I sent her another email yesterday before I left the office. She did reply today asking me to call her, and I called both numbers. So we don't have a date yet for the CERT program. And as far as the health fair is concerned, I know the city is planning something, and we are having a health fair. I just saw the date. I want to say it's Saturday, December 3rd.
Okay,
Yeah. It's in partnership with MAOF.
okay. And that would be in Bell Gardens as well?
Yeah, at the park. Mhm.
Okay. Great. Any questions or concerns?
Would we be able to get the CERT team or get, things prepared before December if possible? Or are we trying to do it? Okay.
I want to do the CERT as soon as I can get a date with them. I would love to be able to do it like at the very start of the fall, end of summer. But really, I just need to get in touch with the rep. Yeah, I even let her know that we were meeting at 5, so I was hoping to talk to her before our meeting.
Okay. Any other comments?
Yeah, I have one more comment. Is Police Chief Fairfield still involved with this? I know he wanted to take the lead at one point.
Right, we did have a discussion about that, and our director clarified with him that it was good for us to move forward with it. Yeah. Because that
Thank
was
you.
sort of the holdup for a little bit, is that they were going to do it. But we're good to move forward with it.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you.
So Anna, to clarify, who is going to be in charge of the health fair in December?
The health fair is our recreation department. The Community Family Service Center has partnered with MAOF. I've been in the emails back and forth as we set the date. And like I said, that will be on Saturday, December 3rd. We are also having the 5K in October, which was supposed to have a health fair component. So I will follow up with that because I know it turned a little and now there's an art component, which I'm responsible for. So I'll find out if we're still adding a health fair to that. But like I said, I know we've been in conversation with MAOF, and let me look at the email just to confirm.
And that 5K, I believe, or 10K, what it was last year, that was in partnership with the Aslan Foundation, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah, that was in 2019. And Aslan Athletics, we partnered with them to help us run the health fair. I mean, the 5K.
Okay.
Mhm. I'm not sure because our responsibilities have been divvied up. I'm not the person in charge of the 5K, but I'll be in charge of the art festival component. So I don't know if Aslan Athletics is a part of it this year.
Okay.
Thank you.
So in the future, whenever we discuss these things, I'm going to separate them because they seem to be at different dates.
Right.
Especially the CERT training seems to going to be, the goals to happen soon. So if anybody would like to assist Anna with CERT training or any information, that's the go-to. And then, I know Commissioner Waddle was talking about the health fair. So it looks like December is what you're really looking for as well.
Right.
So,
It's
sorry, let me go back. Commissioner, I know you're suggesting being involved in both, but I know that we're leaning towards the health fair. Anna?
Yeah, so it's called the health fair that they had last year. It was called Get Up, Get Moving. And I believe it was in the fall last year. So again, they're looking at Saturday, December 3rd. And they wanted to do a 5K, but that would just be too close to our 5K, to have another one in 2 months. So we're discussing other activities to add to it. Possibly, well, I suggested a fun run, but it will have some sort of a movement component to it.
Okay. Excellent. Any final comments on health fair and CERT training? Any questions, suggestions?
Not at
Commissioner
all. I'm just really happy about this. It feels like now it's gaining momentum, so I'm really happy about that.
Commissioner
And I
Herrera?
just looked at my phone because I thought that they were calling me, but it's not them.
Sorry about that. Commissioner Herrera, you had a comment?
No, I don't. Thank you, though.
Okay. Okay, let's move forward. So the last discussion item for today is looking at goals for the upcoming 2022-2023 school year. I know that as a commission, under the leadership of Commissioner Francis De Leon, we've been doing some great things. The senior scholarship has been one. The art contest has been two. I know that we're looking at the ad hoc committee for the college banners to come back because that's something that we're gathering as well. So those three things have been great. It looks like our second semester, right, based on how we're thinking, January to June is pretty packed for us. And so I was looking at just opening a discussion for any ideas or thoughts for the fall or for just the year itself, so we can kind of put some guidance as to what we're thinking as a group. Because I know we've succeeded, and I'm okay with hanging our hat with the amazing things we're doing now, but if there's anything that individually we're trying to push, now's a good time for us to get our heads around it once August hits. I know the health fair was one, right? So that's a big one that's coming in as well as the CERT training. And so I wanted to open up any discussion for what we may want to see in the next agenda or in the future. And I'll go in order. That way we can kind of support each other and then kind of move forward. So let me start with Vice Chair Paulo.
Thank you. Yeah, we do have a lot of activities for the leader for the first half of the year, and then it kind of dwindles down come the fall. I don't have any ideas right now. I think the commission should have a more connection with the board of the Montebello Unified School District Board, just so that there's that connection with them, because I feel like we're doing our thing and then they do their thing. But I think there needs to be a connection between the two, the commission and the board of the Montebello Unified School. That would be nice. I know some cities, they have their commissioners attend the school board meetings. Maybe in the future, that could be recommended, that the commissioners attend at least one monthly board meeting for the school district. And then that way they're more connected with what's going on with the school district. The school district can be in tune with any of the concerns we have with our city constituents. And then we could make that connection.
Thank you. Commissioner Sanchez?
Thank you. I know that this has been discussion in the past regarding the city having an MOU with MUSC, and that was something that was long talked about, but we never heard any follow-up. So just as the same voicing, as Christina's saying that, yes, I do think we do need to have a stronger partnership with our district. Aside from that, we talked about early on going and visiting some of the local schools and talking to the administration to see what supports we could be putting in place for our students that live within our city. I think we do focus a lot on the youth and, the high school students. I do want to focus on our adults. I think that we need to provide educational opportunities to them. For example, doing, some sort of sessions on resume writing, being able to bring different companies, organizations in that can help them, obtain a job, or if they don't want to obtain a job right now, obtain the skills to later on obtain a job, whether it be through a vocational school, some CTE classes or courses that could be offered to our adults. So that's something that I would like to see happen. How we're going to get there, I would like to work together with everybody to see how we can make that happen for our residents.
Excellent, thank you. Commissioner Herrera.
Yeah, so I think a lot of the points of what both of them said, I think I agree with. I think in this past year, obviously, because of COVID and all that stuff, it was hard for us to work with other schools or talk to other schools. But I think even now going forward, whether it's online or it's like on Zoom, I think we need to do we need to be able to talk with our schools and see what they would also like to see, whether it's the current faculty and staff or it's the current students. I think it's something that it would be beneficial not only for them, but for us, because, I myself don't work in the field of education. And so I think sometimes it may be hard for me to kind of understand what it is that they want. So I think it is a great idea to attend all of their meetings or some of their own meetings and just kind of be involved that way so that we can, be here and kind of support them and what they would like to see.
Excellent, thank you, Commissioner Herrera. Commissioner Waddle?
Just a couple ideas, like one of them, and I don't know how that would work. I'm just kind of throwing stuff out there, right? The first would be maybe developing a mentorship program through Parks and Recs and us as commissioners here. Another event that I could see us maybe working on would be Career Day. If we could do something like that. I mean, we have professionals here even on the commission, and I think we could definitely utilize ourselves to participate in Career Day. And another idea, maybe having like either like a welcome back to school event, and then I'm not saying this time around, but maybe next year, or like a send off too, like for students that are actually leaving. But maybe we could piggyback that with something else, like a send off. So yeah, those are some of the ideas I have right now. Obviously, I need to write down all my ideas and be a little bit more specific. But right now, that's what comes to mind.
Those all sound great. Thank you, everybody. I think what we've done is kind of encapsulated all the things that we've been discussing for the last, 12 to 16 months as a unit. And so it's time to kind of bring a couple of those things back now that we got our kind of pacing going on. And I agree. We started really, really heavy with Manabela Unified and really pushing that forward. And so now we're looking at how it's taking shape more and more, that we're kind of doing more and more in-person programs. And so the excitement's there. We're just looking at how, like Commissioner Sanchez said, how we're really going to just logistically look at this. So I think as we move forward, I'll probably send an email out about some of these things, as well as and look at what we're going to prioritize as we go along. Because maybe look at what's feasible, what's going to require some money or budgeting, and then staffing. Because I mean, if we all try to do all these things right away, right, as we know, we've been doing really well by taking one or two things, making them great, and then just fine-tuning them. Is everybody okay with kind of that process that would be and procedure? Okay, so we'll do the same thing. I'll put all these down, and then we'll kind of number them, and we'll kind of see what we're all going to kind of really back. The ad hoc committee stuff, to be honest, is where we do the majority of our work, but we all can't be on like 3 or 4 ad hoc committees, because then that's just going to be a lot. So we're going to work that as well. Okay. last part, are there any public comments for this meeting today?
No.
No public comments. So we'll just finish up with staff comments on any upcoming events.
I just want to remind you all that we do need to develop the banner program. I know there was a little bit of discussion that there's downtime in the winter, but that's the time that you're going to need to plan out the banner program, to develop the application and do the marketing for it. Because if we want the banners to be up in the spring around the graduation time, then we need to take the fall and winter to plan and promote it.
Anna, would we be able to get some examples from some of the surrounding cities? I know that was something that was asked before. Maybe Norwalk, I know that was one that came up. If we can get an example of what they do, what their application looks like, so then we can kind of, get some ideas from what other cities are doing, and we can fine tune that for ours.
Absolutely.
And just to clarify, the ad hoc committee for the banner program, who was that on the banner program?
I'm
Vice-
part of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say Commissioner Sanchez and Vice Chair Paulo.
Okay. So that was so we're gonna keep that going for now. Is that okay? Right? Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I was on the ad hoc committee for the banners. I think it was Herrera.
Yeah, it was me.
Okay, so Herrera and Sanchez,
Mhm.
commissioners? Okay.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, so as we move forward, maybe somewhere around September, we'll start adding those kind of small updates as we go along.
Okay.
Okay, just to kind of let you guys know as we're moving forward. Great. Any other staff comments? Anna?
Just a reminder about the Kaboom Design Day. I can forward the flyer to you all just as soon as we're off the meeting. And again, you're welcome to attend, bring your families, invite your neighbors. We are doing 2 separate workshops on Wednesday, July 20th, one for children and one for adults.
And the design day is at what park?
It's at the Neighborhood Youth Center. That's at 5856 Ludell Street on the corner of Ludell and El Celina Avenue.
Okay, right up the block from me.
Mhm.
Perfect. Okay, commissioner comments. Commissioner Paulo?
Yes, I am just like to again applaud the city staff for all the work they continue to do, especially with the meal programs that they continue to offer in the summer. I know a lot of kids are excused from school for the summer, and some of them there's like food insecurity. So I'm glad that the city is still continuing to push the meal programs during the summer time. I'm also excited to hear about the Kaboom grant that the city has been awarded with, and look forward to seeing that youth center being restored. It's been kind of run down for many years now. And I'm also looking forward to the college banners coming into fruition. That's a big deal for some cities. They have their kids on these banners who are going to pursue higher education. So I think it's really important that the youth in our cities look up and see banners with their own pictures on them, and kids looking at seeing maybe their siblings who are pursuing higher education on those banners throughout the city. That's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Sanchez?
I too want to thank the rec department. I've attended some of the Thursday night events, and just to see our residents out there, from the little kids watching, Encanto, to the adults enjoying the Mana tribute band, it's really great to see. So thank you so much that the city's continuing to do that. And I'm just excited to continue working with all of you and moving forward, especially with the banner project, because this is one of the things that we've been talking about since like day one, I think, that we met, and just all the wonderful things that we're doing. So thank you so much, and let's continue working together.
I totally agree. That banner program is going to be, I'm really excited for that. Commissioner Herrera?
Yeah, so I just want to thank all of you guys and all of the work that you all do in each of your ad hocs. I think it's important, and I'm excited for the same thing for the planner program. I'm excited to read over this scholarship as well, and yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you. Commissioner Boado?
Yeah, once again, I would like to thank all the city staff, the Department of Recreation and Community Services Department for all their outstanding work, and us here in this commission. I mean, the majority of us have been here since day one, right, when we started this. And I was just looking at some of my old notes, and just stuff we've accomplished has been amazing. Like, I love working with all of you. We've done amazing things, and we still have many different projects to work on, and not to what is it? What do they say? Like tweet our or toot our
To your
horn.
own horn.
There you go. Like, I definitely think this is one of the best commissions Bell Gardens has ever had, and we do amazing things together as well. So thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, everybody. I also want to thank staff and us as we're moving forward. A definite pat on the back as we're finishing up our second year of the senior scholarship. Very happy that the art contest went the way it did. It was very tough, obviously, looking at the amazing art. But if you look around the city, not only the programming, but also I still see those, those little light boxes that are now have like tons of drawings on them, right? The fact that, we're going to have banners, are going to have, college on it as well. So the fact that we're engaging the city and we're also supporting the schools as we go along, it looks like the MUSD and teacher support and adult education support is where we're going to head next, especially with the fact that we have the health fair coming along. So all these things are really moving. Just obviously, thank you for the continued work that we're doing, and also the ones that we're going to continue along the way, especially this next school year coming up. And so just thank you once again. Are there any final public comments before we complete our meeting? Okay.
No, we don't have any, sorry.
Can we get a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion. Can I get a second?
I second that. Let me try that again.
There you go. Second. Perfect. Thank you, Commissioner. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. If I will see you at School of Rock, I'll see you at School of Rock. If not, till next month.
Have a
Bye,
good night,
everyone.
everybody.
Bye, everyone. Take care.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Buddy. Bye, Anna. Bye, Daisy. I'll connect you guys
Bye.
later.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye.